Are the Vietnamese racist? Overall, I feel pretty esteemed in Vietnam. I see that there are plenty enough people who are friendly with me and who give me the benefit of the doubt, and mostly they wish me well. I put my camera up and people, they always flash the peace sign. They always trying to take pictures and what do they want to know about me? They're curious. I'm a foreigner here. I'm American, and it's something different. It's something new having me come over here, right? Because there aren't very many foreigners here compared to the population. If you go outside of the foreigner, or in District 1, Bui Vien. But I see that they aren't wishing me ill will. That it's funny, the topic of racism over here. So there is racism in Asia. Like I see a lot that they tell me East Asians discriminate against them more. Like my buddies tell me, yeah, Japanese don't really like us, like Koreans don't really like us. And a lot of the Vietnamese hold that same sentiment. They can see and that they can feel that they're discriminated by a lot of people in these groups. And even from like people from the city can discriminate against people from the countryside over here. So there is racism amongst the locals and even amongst other Asian groups. But me as a black man here in Vietnam, I don't feel racism mostly from Asian people here. Even the foreigners, the Koreans who come, the Chinese who come, I get along with them mostly. I don't have any problems with them. But the biggest group of people who I experience racism from the most, like from a distance, you can tell that they're shooting you daggers, that they're giving you the stink eye, that they just have hatred for you from a distance, point blank, for nothing. It's white people. White people have shown me the most. When I say white people, I don't mean all, not all, but I mean at least 51%, at least a majority. And I'd say about 75% of the time that I meet them, you can tell when people, they give you a smile out of the corner of your eye, or they show you an angry face. The instant that you approach them, the moment that they notice you, right? You can see how they really feel before they put on the mask, right? And I've seen enough times throughout my whole life this same pattern here that I'll meet them and I'll see that they don't really want to talk with me, but I'll still continue to try to be friends. Sooner or later that they betray me. I see I'll go to a coffee shop, a guy says, "Oh, I come here so often," and then I'll never see him again. Same thing with like a convenience store or some place, something that even at the churches out here, I was hanging out with my other white friend, and I have my qualms about him too, but he's good people overall, right? Nobody's perfect, but I see how the other white people, they smile at him, but they don't smile and esteem me the same as they do him, as I see other people do esteem us equally. But I can tell that because he does speak Vietnamese well, and because he has lived here for 7 years, he has his right to be respected more than I do, because he's more ambitious to approach them because of his fluency in the language and in the culture. But when it comes to people who don't give me the benefit of the doubt, who think evil of me, like I noticed that the Vietnamese, they ask, "Are you a basketball player? Like, do you rap? Like, do you do any of these things that other successful black people that I see on the TV and the media? Are you like successful like them, like this?" Because they associate me with the best of the people in my culture. But the white people, they're just like, "Oh, this guy, he's probably a thug. Oh, he's probably selling drugs," or something like this, right? They associate me with the negative image of my culture. It's completely opposite. But as it stands now, I try to live outside of foreigner areas so I don't have to see and deal with them. And that's also one of the reasons why I left the West, is because I could see that I'm very unwelcome there. You know, people would lie on me. They would try to discriminate, take away like the anger that's in Vietnam. Mostly the violent crimes that I've seen are between husband and wife, just family squabbles. There isn't like this kind of race baiting culture here. There aren't riots in the street. I haven't seen any violence really here except for when it comes to husband and wife. But the most negative, the most negativity I do experience, it comes from the foreigners and the specific group, no matter where they're from. I mean, okay, it's less from Russian people. I feel good about Russian people. It's less from German people. I feel good about German people. Um, it's more from Ukrainians, and it's more from Americans, from UK, from um, Canadians, Americans, UK, and Canadians. I feel, and Ukrainians. I feel the most from. But if you take the average of all of the white people in the world, it comes to about 75% that I feel this kind of disdain from. They don't esteem me the same. But when when it comes to, is Vietnam racist, the teaching, so they have, since they study different languages here, I've seen from French to Russian to Arabic, Japanese, Korean. That's normal, right? That they want to associate the culture with the image of the people, right? That teaching white people, they do have an advantage when it comes to finding a job, just because it's the face of the image, right? Oh, from the West, he looks like he's from the West, right? But when it comes all the way down to it, people, they still want to hire me. I still can find enough work out here, even just because I'm American. But I just don't see that it's good to.
You be like bubble tea, you're like a summer breeze under trees. When I'm around you, all of my troubles leave. I'm at ease, I don't know how to tell you just what you mean to me, why you mean to me.